Welcome to your guided meditation for week 7, expanding through our connection with the upper chakras. Let us begin by getting ourselves into a comfortable meditative posture, sitting up, taking a moment to roll our shoulders back, taking a moment to connect through our sit bones, rooting to the ground beneath us, feeling the support of the earth or the chair or the pillow underneath us, knowing we are supported, knowing we are held, knowing we are safe, giving ourselves permission to take this time. And slowly coming to awareness within your body, bringing ourselves to a place of presence, of mindfulness, and of connection. Slightly tucking the chin, elongating the neck, imagining we have a string or a cord coming out of the crown of our head, pulling upwards and extending up into the sky. Breathing in through the nose, pausing at the top of the inhale, feeling that breath as it expands, fully exhaling out through the mouth. And again, breathing in through the nose, pausing at the top of the inhale, feeling that expansion in the lungs as that fresh, clean prana fills up our lungs, and exhaling, letting all the stress, all the tension, all the distractions go. Releasing what we do not need in this moment. Creating space for us to just be. Again, breathing in through your nose, expanding, filling up those lungs. Really connecting with the feeling of expansion that comes when you allow your lungs to fill up to their full potential. Connecting with this feeling of expansion. And exhaling. Continuing to breathe, always remembering to breathe, always coming back to your breath, reaffirming one more time that you've got nothing to do, nowhere to go, you are held and you are supported and you are safe in this moment. And then slowly on your next inhale, bringing your awareness to the area of your throat chakra, the Vishuddha center. And after you take a moment to bring your physical awareness within your body to this blue swirling center of energy, and as you inhale, imagining that your inhales are stoking this pure white light fire at the level of your heart chakra. And as you begin to bring your attention to the Vishuddha, the throat chakra, start imagining this white light traveling up to your throat chakra. And as you continue to focus on your inhales and your exhales, really connecting with this feeling of expansion as the breath moves in through your nose and down your throat and fills up your lungs and travels all throughout your body. And just repeating a few cycles, breathing in, seeing that white light growing brighter, seeing it as it travels up into your throat chakra, and just observing what it does when it gets to your throat chakra. Is it encountering any resistance? Is it clearing? Is it moving anything? And just observing what's coming up for you in this space. Maybe you're seeing colors. Maybe you're seeing symbols, messages. Just observing as you continue to always just come back to your breath. And as you take this time to connect with the infinite possibilities of expansion that exist within you. Always coming back to your breath, observing what you feel. If you're feeling resistance, that's okay. Just breathe into it. Allow the breath to do what it does. Allow the breath to move the prana and to push through the resistance. Your mind will not remove the resistance. Your breath will remove the resistance. Give yourself permission to just observe. You don't have to solve, and you don't have to act. Just observe. Coming back to your breathing, inhaling in through the nose, feeling that beautiful fresh breath flow down your throat, filling up your lungs, stoking that white light. And as you exhale, pulling more of that pure white light fire up, bringing it up through your throat, up, up, up into your third eye. As you bring your awareness and your attention to the level of your Ajna chakra. And underneath your closed eyes, physically move your gaze to point at the space between your eyebrows. And as you focus on your breath moving in and out, I want you to relax back into that room in your head. Retreat into this sacred space, the room you created for yourself within your mind. And notice when you feel the shift. Observe how you feel when you step back into the room in your mind. This is the space of your potential. When you clear out all of the excess energy or those stuck energy blocks of your third eye. So I want you to imagine this white light energy filling up this room in your head. And I want you to see it permeating every single corner, wrapping itself around you, filling up, and then expanding outside of the room in your head. I want you to imagine it expanding to every corner of your mind, firing through all of your neural pathways, connecting with your pineal gland, coming out through your eyeballs, coming out through your ears, physically filling up your skull with this beautiful healing prana, this white light. And on your next inhale, repeat, I give myself permission to know. It is safe for me to know. It is safe for me to cultivate my insight and my intuition. Taking a few more moments with any of those affirmations, connecting with your breath, and again, observing whatever is coming up. If the mind is creating chatter, give yourself permission to release the programming that fuels that chatter. In this moment, it is okay to release the need for control. And on your next breath, I want you to start to bring your awareness to this powerful white light energy that is filling up your skull. And I want you to imagine it pouring forth from the crown of your head. Just powering out of that space at the top of your skull. Blasting open the doorway to your higher self, your soul star, your higher consciousness, to all that is. And as you come to stand in that space and stand in that doorway, as if you're a tiny version of yourself, standing on the crown of your head, looking down at yourself. Notice what you feel. Notice what your mind is saying. Just make note and just observe. And take a moment in this space to just come back to your breath. And as you breathe in understanding that is well and truly beyond our intellectual capacity to understand. Breathe in the knowing that you don't have to understand logically and rationally. And breathe out the programming that tells you understanding needs to be rational or logic. Give yourself permission to release that. And as you stand in this space of the Sahasrara, crown chakra, the brink of all that is, give yourself permission to accept that all possibilities exist. In this space of expansion, connect with the idea that anything and everything and all that is in between anything and everything exists here. And again, bring your eye gaze underneath your eyelids to the point of your third eye chakra physically. Direct your gaze onto your Ajna chakra, the point between your eyebrows. And just notice, just observe and allow anything that wants to show itself to you to be shown. Maybe it's in the form of a subtle feeling. Maybe it's in the form of a knowing. Maybe it's in the form of an emotion. Just allow it to be. And notice that you're feeling lighter as you stand in this space at the top of your crown. Notice if you feel yourself expanding. And as you focus on your breath, begin to imagine on your next exhale that you're beginning to fill up the room you're sitting in. Push your energy outward and imagine that it is filling up the space around you. And as you continue to breathe, imagine that it's now pushing out of the room you're sitting in and filling up your house. And with every breath that you take, you are expanding beyond your physical body. And just notice how that feels for you. And as you continue to allow your energy to expand with your breath, every inhale and exhale, expanding the energy, come back to the place at the level of your crown chakra. As you gaze upon this beam of white light that is projecting upwards, skywards. And this little version of yourself steps into the beam of white light and is immediately transported upwards. Traveling upward, expanding, growing lighter, coming back to this beautiful level of the soul star. And as you step out of the beam of light at the level of the soul star, you are now the true observer. And you meet again with your higher self, and you greet each other as old friends, old sisters. And you gaze over the edge and you observe. And as you operate from this point of observation, and you feel yourself breathing, flowing through your cycles of breath in your body, I want you to envision this powerful cycle of white light traveling upwards, heart to the throat, to the third eye, to the crown, and then looping around and coming downwards back into the crown after it returns from the soul star. So down from the soul star into the crown, down the back of the head, down the spine at the level of the throat chakra, past the third eye into the throat chakra, and finally down into the heart chakra. And allow this cycle to flow. And just connect with how it feels for you to be floating up here in these higher chakras. And realizing it's perfectly okay if it's 100% uncomfortable. And it's perfectly okay if it's absolutely comfortable. Because you are beyond those feelings. You are the observer. The feelings do not have to control. The feelings do not have to dictate. Because at any point, in any time, at any moment, you can transcend beyond them and simply be the observer. And from this place of observation, you know exactly what it is you need to do. And on your next inhale, repeat the following affirmation. It is safe for me to step outside and transcend my human body. It is safe for me to trust my intuition. I transcend all duality. And when you are ready, once again, stepping back into this beautiful beam of white light, bringing our awareness and our attention back down into our bodies, slowly coming back down into the level of the crown and into the level of the third eye. And allowing ourselves to slowly settle into the room in our head. Giving ourselves time to transition. Taking some deep, mindful breaths to come back into our body. Breathing in and really feeling the breath as it moves through the lungs. Exhaling, feeling the release as we clear out the lungs. Feeling the weight of our body around us, knowing we are safe. Feeling the ground beneath us, knowing that we are here on earth and we are supported. Taking a few more deep breaths. Noticing anything that is presenting itself to us at this time. Noticing any feelings that have arisen, any thoughts, and anything we want to further contemplate when we step out of this space. And then slowly bringing a little bit of movement to our fingers and our wrists, maybe rolling our shoulders back, tilting our head from side to side. One more deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhaling, hands to third eye center. May your practice cultivate beautiful insight, clear intuition, and trust in your higher self and the greater plan. Hands in front of your mouth. May your practice cultivate mindful awareness and truth in your speech that honors yourself. And hands in front of your heart center. May your practice guide you to beautiful alignment and balance so that you may find your way on your own soul path. Namaste, many blessings, and thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice. Something to keep in mind is that you may feel slightly ungrounded after working so extensively with your upper chakras. If this becomes too uncomfortable, you can be sure to go outside and ground into the earth with bare feet, work with some grounding crystals, or eat some salty, starchy foods like potato-based foods with salt. In moderation, of course. These are very good for grounding you back. But don't immediately just run to these if it's a little bit uncomfortable. Allow yourself to spend a little bit of time in that space that is so new to you. But before going out and doing anything or driving, operating any machinery, be sure to ground yourself. I look forward to hearing your experiences with this. Much love and many blessings.